Hi there, Ari here. Today I'm gonna show you an inspired look for our lady summoner, Yuna Medley. Final Fantasy X is my most beloved game, and though I don't cosplay Yuna, she has always been one of my favorite characters. I will never forget the super empowering feeling when she challenged long-held tradition to create real, lasting change for Spira. Our world needs some Mega Yuna vibes right about now. So, if you're ready to fight sin and bring the calm, choose your guardians and let's start the pilgrimage. Side note, I will be doing more Final Fantasy X tutorials, but first, let's ride this shoe puff. Start off with base primer. Make sure your base is clean and prepped before you apply. I chose a primer that's smoothing and pore filling to help mask my ultra quarantine skin. Next up, the base. Like most FF girls, Yuna's skin is natural with a very even tone. So I opted for a BB cream that does just that and gives a subtle dewy glow for her fresh-faced look. Make sure everything is blended for an undetectable finish. Moving on to concealer. Even out under your eyes and pigmentation on your cheeks, as well as any other areas you need. Those blemishes need to stay away from the summoner. That quarantine life. Alright, let's send this face with powder so it doesn't crease, shift, or become a fiend. Be sure to use a light hand so you don't mattify the base too much. We want that natural looking glow. This next step is optional, but I like contouring for cosplay. I like to shorten the tip of my nose and slim down my jawline and chin. For Yuna's youthful look, I didn't contour my cheekbones, but each summoner must make their own journey. And make it full of laughter, of course. After applying a contour shade suiting your skin tone, make sure it's blended with a fluffy brush. Next, let's get some color onto these cheeks. Choose a neutral pinky tone for a natural subtle flush. To soften our features like Yuna, concentrate the pigment on the apple of your cheek, blending up towards the cheekbone. Finish the cheeks with some highlighter. I'm using one with a slight pinky tone. Apply to the cheekbone in a C shape, blending up to the temple. I usually go quite heavy-handed, but hey, we're Spira's ray of light, right? I also highlight between the eyes, the chin, tip of the nose, and the Cupid's bow. The face is done, which means it must be brow time, the best time. Yuna's brows are defined but still natural, so I'm using a pencil that matches my wig. Start by brushing the hairs in one direction, pulling them to the side rather than up. Then map out your shape and fill in. Yuna has softly arched brows, so I rounded out my more pointed arches and lengthened the tails. Once the brows are on, brush them through with a spoolie so any harsh edges look more natural. Then just dance, send, repeat on the other side. Also remember, brows are Maga sisters, not twins. And you would be wrong if you thought I was sorry for any of these horrible puns. To finish off the brows, set them in place with the brow gel. I'm using one with fibers to add more texture for a natural look. Now that our pilgrimage has brought us to the eyes, let's prime. Use your fave, but make sure it doesn't outdate Xanarkand 1,000 years ago like mine does. To the trash. Moving on to eyeshadow, choose a neutral tone brown transition shade for your crease. Softly blend with windshield wiper motions, but don't pull it up towards the brow bone. We want subtle definition, like a natural shadow. Next, pack on a matte pastel pink shade all over the lid, or a pinky tone that suits your skin. We want the lid to look bare, just with a pink hue. I wanted to add a little pop of color to this look, so go in with a mid-tone pink shade. Apply it with a blending brush to keep it soft, but concentrate it to the outer V, tapering into the lash line about halfway onto the lid. Then connect it to the lower lash line about halfway across. For a smooth transition, blend the pink into the brown crease color. Okay, let's map out our eyeliner with a dark matte brown shade. Start by lining as close to the upper lashes just on the outer third of the lid, drawing downwards. Then connect to the lower lash line, stopping at the inner third, drawing just under the lashes for a big eye effect. It's okay if this is a little messy or isn't super pigmented. This is just a liner guide and a pre-blending step. If you're prone to over-blending like me, take a matte shade matching your skin tone to clean up your brow bone and define the edges of your outer V. Then use a fluffy brush for a smooth blend. Just don't go overboard like Titus or Titus always does. Seriously, that guy just can't stay on a boat. For a natural skin-like sheen, use a shimmery pink that matches your base lid color and apply it just to the center of the lid, blending the edges. I also used this shade to highlight my inner corner and brow bone. Deeper skin tones may want a different shade for a brighter pop here. Next up, use a pencil liner to tightline your upper lash line. Yuna's liner is dark brown, but deeper skin tones, use black if you need to. This helps the lashes blend in with the liquid liner, which is the next step. Again, I'm using brown, but use black here if you need to. Start lining from your inner corner, as close to your lashes as possible. Keep the line thin. Once you get to the outer edge, extend the line downward to create a small, thin flick. This will give you that puppy eye Square Enix look. Then connect the flick to the lower lash line, following your guide and staying under the lashes. Then go ahead and line the inner corner. Keep the line as thin as possible. It's hard, but makeup remover is as good as any Kira spell. You need as much patience as the cloister of trials for this. Going back into our dark brown matte shade, lightly blend the lower lash line so the liquid liner appears softer, rather than a harsh line. This step also helps clean up the inner corner. Don't be afraid to take your time here. Sin isn't going anywhere, so don't rush in with the final Aeon. Nope, we're making a new plan, one with a really nice eyeliner. And staying alive. Alright, let's get these lashes curled so we can move on to the next step. We've got Aeons to collect. Time for mascara. I went for one with volume and length, but since we're using falsies, the choice is up to you. As usual, my watery eyes require a different bottom mascara, so go in with your fave. I gave my lower lashes a lot of length to help balance out my falsies. Speaking of falsies, I chose a pair that's light and fluttery. We're not going for a heavy glam look here. So grab your glue and apply. Then wait 15 seconds for it to get tacky. Then stick down your center. And tuck in your sides. It can be a struggle, but a little faith goes a long way. A little faith? Get it? This is my favorite game, okay? Let me have this moment. With lashes done, Xanarkand is on the horizon, which leaves our lips for last. Yuna's lips have pretty defined edges, so I'm first going in with a lip liner that matches my natural color. Use this step to define your natural lip shape so we have a base for the next product. Yuna's lips are evenly shaped with a soft cupid's bow, so I'm overlining my top lip just a bit. For the actual color, I'm using this peachy coral balm. Yuna's lips are slightly glossy with a blotted coral color. This balm is perfect to get that look, and it's super comfy to wear. Apply by following your lip liner. Then lightly blot with a tissue. And that, as they say, is that. With a wig and costume, you've done it. You have become a summoner. You fight for the people of Spira with no regrets and have learned to smile even when you're feeling sad. You will defeat sin. You must defeat sin. And just one more thing. The people and friends we have lost, or the dreams that have faded, never forget them.